Hello everyone, it's me, the 615 Random Goat. I have not been here in a couple of weeks, as you guys may have known, if you keep up with me. However, it feels great to be back. And you know what? I already put Madden up, but I'm going to do a Google autofill. And in light of the Superman versus Batman thing, I'm going to do a Can Superman Google autofill and a Can Batman Google autofill. Oh yeah, and also, guys, just a note. Everything I do on here is mostly for comedic purposes, including the singing. So when I sing, I'm not trying to get on America's Got Talent or American Idol. So please be respectful and do not type insults into the comment section. I mean, because I know I'm terrible, but I never said I was good, right? Everything I do is for comedic purposes. Like, I'm not trying to get a recording contract. Just run it out of here. So, I mean, let's try to be respectful, guys. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so let's get this. So my first one, I'm going to start Can Superman Google autofill, and I already got Google up here. It's great. You guys can see. So I'm going to put, and if you guys don't know the Google autofill game, I put in a question. This one, well, not really a question. I put in a phrase. This one is Can Superman, and then A through Z, and let Google fill in the rest of the question, and I answer it with the 100% accuracy. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. All right. So Can Superman A? Can Superman age? That actually is a weird question because technically he can age, and actually he does age. Obviously, he aged from a little kid up into the person that he is, as well known. And in some comic books, he actually does age. Like, the man has gray hair. He's not immortal. He's not supposed to be immortal. Ideally, it's weird with him. He's indestructible, but not immortal, if that makes sense. At least that's the way he's supposed to be. It's a weird thing, but you gotta understand. In some comic books, he actually does have gray hair, so he ages, but not really. If that makes sense, I don't know how to really answer that. B. Can Superman beat Batman? The age-old question. Everyone knows, of course, in the comic books, in a canon DC comic books, when Batman actually does defeat Superman. But let me just put this out here. I am an all-time Superman fan. Superman is my favorite hero altogether. DC anyways. Here's my thing, Superman. And the Batman debate. Batman is a smart hero. He knows how to beat Superman. Batman needed prep time. He used kryptonite. But let's say on an even playing ground, when both heroes only have things that are common for them to carry around, that are canon to them, to their original characters. So no kryptonite for Batman. They just meet each other and they just decide to start fighting. No prep time, no anything. Yeah, Superman will kill him. He can beat him, but Batman's too smart for that. He's gonna prep it. He's gonna prep. He's going to bring kryptonite. He's not stupid, okay? So yeah, can Superman beat Batman? He can, but Batman's not stupid. That's all I gotta say to that. C. Can Superman change time? That's actually a pretty good question, because in the first movie, Superman did, he reversed the spin of the Earth and completely reversed time. Now, given in physics logic, that wouldn't reverse time. I mean, it would reverse time, not in the sense of reversing time. Like, everything wouldn't be put in a rewind. Like, it would reverse time and change the hours would start going back, but everything wouldn't be put in a rewind. And two, that would completely destroy the Earth. Like, we would all die. That's the second issue. So, his attempt to save Lois Lane would have failed epically. Physics, as far as physics go, no, Superman cannot change time. But as far as movie logic goes, yes, he can. D. Can Superman die? Superman has died on occasions, especially in the comic books, but, they don't really want to kill him, so they find ways to bring him back. I mean, he has been killed before. Most of the time when heroes lose a battle, they die. Now, in the comic books, he's died before, but, they're going to find a way to bring him back. I mean, they're not gonna keep him dead. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been beaten within inches of his life, and he's actually has died before. So can he die? Like I said, it's hard to say indestructible but not immortal, because he's not completely indestructible. As far as mortals go, like as far as humans go, he is indestructible. Like my silver bullet cannot harm him. If it was a kryptonite bullet, it can. So yes, he can die, especially with prolonged exposure to kryptonite can definitely kill him. It can kill him. And I'm pretty sure prolonged being exposed for a long time to kryptonite will kill him. Oh, really, kryptonite is just something that kills him, period. And there are other ways you can kill him, just like magic can kill him because his powers do not work with magic. A lot of things, actually. So yes, he can die. Can Superman exist? Well, I mean, you got Superman right here, so, I mean, yeah, he can exist, because I'm him. I'm right here. Yeah, duh. Come on now. F. Can Superman fly? Can Superman fly? This person really just asked. Yes, he can fly! He's freaking Superman! He can fly! He's Superman! That's the dumbest question on Earth! Yes, he can fly to the sun. In fact, he has done so on many occasions. That's where he gets his power source. He can sit inside the sun for as long as he wants and just obtain all the power from it. Unless it's a red sun, then yeah, it makes him powerless. Yes, he can fly without his cape has nothing to do with him flying. Assumingly, he's supposed to make him more aerodynamic, but there's so many problems with capes, I don't want to get into that. And can he fly on Krypton? Just idiots on Google. No, he cannot fly on Krypton. He's powerless on Krypton. He gets his power from the yellow sun of the Earth, which the sun on Krypton is red. And even if you didn't know that, if you just watched the movies or anything of that nature, he obviously could not fly. No one can fly on Krypton. No Kryptonian can fly on Krypton. It doesn't even make any sense. Gosh. They even talked about all the special powers he would have when he came to Earth. Oh, I need the break. EFG. Can Superman get drunk? I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming if he wants to, he's freaking Superman. He can do whatever he wants. Now, I know what you're going. It's almost the same as can the Flash get drunk. The Flash is a little bit different because the Flash he has a hypermetabolism, and his liver just decomposes alcohol at a very fast rate, making it almost impossible for him to get drunk. And ideally, Superman would do the same thing, but I've never actually read a comic where he got drunk. I can't answer that question. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to party, you gotta get drunk, right? So, maybe EFGH. Can Superman hold a black hole? Well, given that he has done so in the comic book world, with, he's actually held one in his hands, yes. What was I? H-I. Trying to find one. I. Okay, this is what we're stuck in. Can Superman breathe in space? Superman doesn't need to breathe. He can survive in the vacuum of space. It's not because he can breathe in space. It's physically impossible to breathe in space. He doesn't have to breathe. This is one of the abilities that comes with being exposed to a yellow or a blue sun, is he doesn't have to breathe. He gets his power from the sun. He doesn't have to breathe. Okay? Come on now. J. Can Superman jump? Okay. He can run faster than a speeding bullet. He can jump over the tallest building. Did you guys have a childhood? Oh, man. No, it was he can leap He can leap tall buildings in a single bound. Which still means, yes, he can jump. Yes, he can jump. Anyone can jump. I can jump. So I can do it right now because I probably have a computer over. Gosh, people are dumb. I'm sorry. ABCDFGHIJK. Come on, man. Can Superman kill Batman? Okay, this goes back to can Superman beat Batman? And even playing ground when no one has a significant advantage. By significant advantage, I mean given things that will give them an advantage. Like, things that aren't natural for them. Batman does not naturally hold kryptonite. If Batman doesn't have prep time, he doesn't have kryptonite, Superman can beat the living hell out of him. He can kill him. He can do whatever he wants with Batman. He can make Batman his bitch. Batman is nothing to Superman unless he has kryptonite. Batman's a smart person, though, so it's not likely to happen. I really need to get a life. JKL. Can Superman lose his power? Can Superman lose his powers? I had to find something soft to beat my head with. Yes! The main thing is he loses his powers when he's exposed to kryptonite. What are you doing with your fly? Don't come to Google with stupid questions! Dang! Golly, people. Can he lose his powers? Yes! 1, he's powerless against magic. Well, the magic doesn't make him lose his powers. He's just powerless against it. He loses his powers when he's exposed to kryptonite. Specifically green kryptonite. Other kryptonites just do weird things. But specifically green kryptonite. It makes him powerless. He loses his powers when he's exposed to the red sun of Krypton. Duh! He also loses his powers when he unleashes the best attack he has, which is called the solar flare. He loses his powers for 24 hours. Yes, that's right. He's powerless for 24 hours, and somehow his powers come back. If he is blocked from the radiation of the yellow sun or a blue sun, if he is not exposed to the radiation of the sun for a long time, he'll lose his powers because he's basically a solar powered man. He's ideally a solar powered god. Okay, that just cannot feed off the radiation of the red sun, which actually makes sense because scientifically red suns are the weakest of all red stars are the weakest of all stars. Scientifically, that is true. So that does make sense, but still, really, can he lose his powers? I'm also supposed to answer the next question. Can Superman lift infinity? Yes, he can lift infinity. It's a weird thing. I just don't feel it's an idiotic question. I feel like I shouldn't have answered. I feel like I wasted my time answering it. So I'm gonna say yes, he can lift infinity. He's done it twice. He lifted. I forget the creature's name, but it was a man. He was a man made of eternity, which is ideally infinity. Now, given that case, he had Wonder Woman to help him, but Wonder Woman is not a being as Superman is. She has limits. Superman has no limits. So even the fact he was lifting eternity, Wonder Woman still has limits. So she can only lift a part of eternity, which means Superman was lifting everything else, which, as far as eternity goes, is literally everything else. As in, Wonder Woman didn't need to be there. She served absolutely no purpose. And also, in the same where he lifted the book of infinite pages. Yes, the book of infinite pages. Again, he had help, but again, the superhero whom was helping him, I forget who it was, but he had limits as well. He could only lift a certain amount, which means Superman had to lift everything else, which, as far as infinite goes, is everything else. As in, no one needed to be there to help him because he didn't really need any help if he's lifting the rest of infinity, which the rest of infinity is infinity. So yes, he can lift infinity. And that's a better question, can he lose his powers? Wow. Idiots on Google. That's amazing. ABCDEFGHIJKLM. Can Superman move faster than light? That's actually a decent question. Now, in the originals, the only thing was can he move faster than the speeding bullet? And I would say in the original, he could not move faster than light. But now I'd say he can. And let me just give you one example. In one of the comic books, I forget which particular volume it was, Superman was billions and billions and probably trillions of miles away from the Earth because he was visiting another planet to do something. A fight broke out on Earth, villains and everything of that nature, and of course one of his partners has a signal watch that releases a signal and Superman can hear. He emitted it, and Superman shows up in a matter of minutes. Of course, right when the battle ended, but still a matter of minutes. Now, I'm going to just exclude the fact that he emitted a signal that only Superman could hear, and Superman heard it being billions and trillions and whatever miles away from Earth through the vacuum of space through which sound cannot travel. I'm not even going to bring that up. However, and I just did, but he was billions and trillions and so many miles away from Earth. It's not even funny. Yes, he can travel fast and speed of light, because even if he showed up 8 minutes after the signal was emitted, because let's just say the battle ended, he could have showed up an hour after that battle ended, and he still would have been traveling faster than the speed of light. So yes, Superman can travel faster than light. So much better question. Can he lose his power? Can Superman fly? Can he lose his powers? Golly. ABCDFG, HIJKLMN. Superman cannot see through what? He can't see through lead. For some reason, his X-ray vision does not work with lead, which is actually a very good thing, because scientifically, X-rays cannot go through lead. That's actually a pretty accurate statement, given the fact that real-life X-rays cannot travel through lead. So it would make sense that his X-ray vision cannot see through lead, which X-rays cannot travel through. I actually like that. Oh, and we know. Can Superman outrun the Flash? Ooh, the age-old question. Can Superman outrun the Flash? There's a lot of things that you have to take into account here. Now, when you say Superman can... Now, the thing is, can Superman move faster than the speed of light? Superman can move faster than the speed of light when he is flying. However, there has never been anything... Now, there's always been saying he can run faster than a speeding bullet, but that's never really been upgraded. You know, Superman's an incredibly fast runner, but the Flash is an incredibly fast runner. In fact, the Flash can run faster than the speed of light, just much like Superman can move faster than the speed of light. But just being able to move does not mean you can run that fast. Superman is that mobile up in the air when he is flying. However, running, he is only so fast. And while he is fast, and definitely incredibly fast for anybody to be able to run, Flash is that much faster. I'm sorry, Superman cannot outrun the Flash. He can beat the Flash in a race if he's allowed to fly, but if they're just running, Flash has him dead to rights. I mean, the Flash can run... Let me put this in a way you can understand. The Flash can run 8 times around the Earth in a second. And that's an estimation. I'm pretty sure it's faster. I'm pretty sure he can run a bit faster than that. But that's just to give you an idea. At his maximum potential, he can run so many times around the Earth in a second. You can hold that in your head while I go to pee. Yeah, moving on to pee. Can Superman pick up Thor's hammer? No. No, and here's why. Even though Superman has maximum potential, he has limitless potential, I should say. Like, he has the strength to do anything because he's basically a god on Earth. Thor's hammer is his hammer. The distinction with gods, and I should say mythological gods in general, this being Norse, Roman, Greek, is their weapons are their weapons, and the only beings able to pick up a god's weapon is a god. Superman, it might be a god among men, but he's not a god per se. Thor is an actual god. And Thor, therefore, can pick up his hammer, while Superman, not being a god, cannot pick up Thor's hammer. Sorry, it's not going to work. I sound like such a nerd. Q. Can Superman lift 200 quintillion tons? It's a very weird question. Yes, he can. You want to know why? Because he has limitless potential. I think the only wall in that statement is like he can't lift up Thor's hammer, but he has limitless potential. He can do whatever he wants. He can pick up Superman pulled the solar system. He connected all the planets to a chain and pulled it. Yes, I'm pretty sure he can lift that with ease because he's limitless. He doesn't have a limit. Alright. QR. Can Superman read minds? That's actually a statement. I mean, yeah, he has X-ray vision, and what you'd be asking is, can he? No, he can't, because out of all the powers he has, he does not have, what's the word? It's not telekinesis. He doesn't have psychological powers, and I know the word, I just can't think of it right now. But he doesn't have psychic powers. He cannot read minds. He cannot do anything of that nature. He is strictly a physical being. So no, he cannot read minds. QRS. Can Superman see through lead? I just answered this. No, he cannot. It's the one thing he cannot see through. X-rays cannot penetrate lead. And therefore also Superman's X-ray vision, although powerful, cannot penetrate lead. No, he cannot see through lead. And can he see through walls? It depends if the walls are made out of lead. If the walls are made out of lead, he cannot see through it because it's lead. That's a vague question, and to see through lead is a very specific question, even though he cannot see through it. RST. Can Superman turn back time? Yes! He did it in the first movie. It was an idiotic thing to do, but he still did it. I was like, comic book logic, yes. Real physics logic, no. Because that would destroy the Earth. No. Superman teleport, he can't teleport, no. TU. Can Superman use the Speed Force? I don't even know what that is. Can Superman use Thor's hammer? No, he can't. He can't pick it up, therefore he cannot use it. And can Superman use telekinesis? When did Superman ever get telekinesis? No, he can't use telekinesis because he never obtained telekinesis. He never had telekinesis. He can't use it, don't have. And Superman uses his powers at night. I don't even know why I'm going down the list now. Yes, ideally. He has before. I understand he is a solar-powered maniac, but, I mean, it's weird. And I don't really feel like answering. V. Superman vibrate through walls. Is the Superman the Flash? The Flash can vibrate through walls because he's the Flash. And the Flash is a lot of weird things because he's the Flash. And the only reason Flash can vibrate through anything is because he can vibrate so fast. He can compromise his molecular structure and move through a fair amount of solid things, but Superman cannot do that. In fact, why would he need to vibrate through walls? He can just punch it down. Or simply walk through it. He's Superman. God, unless the walls are made out of kryptonite, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. W. Can Superman walk? Yes, he's Superman. What's going to stop him from walking through a wall? Unless it's kryptonite, nothing is going to stop him. Not even lead. Okay, lead is the only stuff they can't see through. However, he can still punch through it. Now, if the wall's made of kryptonite, I think we need to figure out who has enough money to build a building completely out of kryptonite, because the government might want to be in on that. So, yes, he can walk through walls. He's Superman. Why would he not? Like, why would they create? Why would the first hero they create, and not to mention the most powerful hero here in Western civilization, the first superhero created in America, they give every single power to, but for some reason, Unknown to man, he cannot walk through a wall. Am I the only one to see something wrong with that? I don't know. X. Nothing for X. Y. Superman, can you read my mind? I don't know why you want Superman to read your mind. Like, what's there to read? If Superman's around you, do you really want him to read your mind, or do you want him to freaking autograph something because he's freaking Superman? Yeah, Superman. Why would you waste time asking him, a person who cannot read your mind, to read your mind? It's idiotic. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Yee. Z. And Superman kills Zod. You know what? I hated it. You can either watch Superman Returns or Man of Steel, and you'll realize not only can he kill Zod, he did kill Zod. And Superman Returns. Oh my lord! I mean, if you just watch Man of Steel because you don't feel like watching the older version of Superman Returns, he snapped his neck. Yes, it can kill Zod. I'm gonna go crazy. I did not think that this God, I can deal with can he fly, I can deal with can he use his powers, but yes, can he kill Zod? All you had to do was watch a movie, because if you know who Zod is, that means you either A, read a comic book, or B, seen a movie, and if you've done it either, you know he's killed Zod. Therefore, asking can he kill Zod is completely pointless, because you wouldn't know who he was unless you read a comic book or watched a movie. And if you did it, you know he killed him. You're an idiot for asking the question on Google. You know what? Before I lose my sanity with the questions here, I'm going to go ahead and do the outro. Okay, and I'm done. Okay, because the idiots on YouTube are insulting my favorite superhero, and I have to go crazy. Okay, God loves you, and so do I. There's not a thing you can do about it. And really, you people gotta do. Can he kill Zod? Can he kill Zod? Can he kill Zod? I wanna. I can't do it.